Smooth about that, very smooth. Okay, so the stream is live once, finally now. So, uh, first things that we're going to do tonight is, yes, mute the stream if you're watching and are in voice chat because you do not want echoes. They are very bad. So first things we're going to do tonight is Shifuna has two things to run. She has the Primal of Fire to kill, which will be joined by two of my friends. They are in voice chat with me, my friend Pichu and Shayak and Shia. And the next thing we're going to do is stomp and run through the Holly Tolly dungeon, which is an optional dungeon, but I consider it something required to destroy and run through. After that, hold on. Pichu, do you have... Oh good, I have you on the friends list. Now let's start with this. Party invite. I'm gonna start forming up. I gotta find Slash, who's probably in the free company. Slash, you are not online. Get online, now. Well, you're not... Bloody hell. Okay, fine. That's exactly... The hunting log? Oh, pugilist. The great and glorious pugilist job. Not to make a really I was gonna say, I'm not gonna make a really perverted joke out of this. As much fun as that would be. You mean Shay was fisting things? Okay, so, to everyone watching, you can... to where most of you can probably... Yes. To where most of you can probably see, I have leveled my Marauder to level 24. Because I am maining tank through this. The sad thing is she's still wearing a lot of level 15-ish type gear. And I need to actually... Yeah, but I would prefer to have updated quality stuff to go for. Probably. Shay, for one thing to know, since you are level 30, you should actually go unlock your job and probably consider updating your gear. The summoner job crystal? Well, okay, joining a grand company is different from actually unlocking the Arcanist 2 jobs, which is Scholar and Summoner. Alright, so, I would assume you guys are on the jobs that on the classes you're going to be taking, correct? Okay, you have to actually give me a moment. I actually need to go turn in the quest for unlocking Halatali. I have not done that yet, and then I will queue us up for Ifrit. We will go take on the Lord of the Inferno very shortly. For now, watch me run through the eastern Thanalan Desert. Right. But I haven't actually officially unlocked Halatali yet. Meanwhile, I'm still on Fairy. I have not boosted myself over. Those are always fun to do. I have my Marauder job class quest to do for level 20, but I'm not actually going to right straight yet. For the very... Okay, so I have 2 tanks that I can actually drop into this dungeon. Would you like to see Marauder, or would you like to see my Gladiator? I can tank well with either, actually. They do. Yes. All right. So today's contest, scheduled for one fall, is in the Bowl of Embers against the Primal of Inferno, Ifrit. Are you guys on your... I see you guys are on your respective classes, ready to go. So without further ado, let us log on in to go destroy the Lord of the Inferno. Yes. The sad thing is, waiting. Oh, yeah. Yes. Well, no, it's not stupid. You're on a free account, so naturally, a good way to learn is to run with the NPCs. The best way to learn is run with friends that you know, which so far you have just me and Pichu around. Till you get yourself into a fully functional, paid-for account and everything. And we can... Yeah. I think you can have up to 8 in total with the $12.99 one. For the... Right. Yep. There's really nothing different other than, yeah, like Pichu said, the amount of characters that you can have per world. Like if you go $14.99, you can have 8 characters across all of the worlds. Like each world can have 8 characters. Yep. Alright, so here we go. The Lord of the Inferno is beckoning us to come beat him in the face. So since this is this character's first time, I'm going to let the cutscene play. Look at that sun. Oh, I do too. Uh, yeah. Wait till we get to the higher level primals, like a giant. Yeah, like Garuda and Titan. There's also a giant sea snake, sea serpent. For 1.0, yes, not for 2.0. Yeah, Leviathan literally in the 1.0 intro. Yeah, in the 1.0 intro for. Well, 1.0 doesn't exist anymore, but the intro for 1.0 Final Fantasy XIV and Limsa Lominsa, you start out on a boat that's traveling to Limsa Lominsa. And you do hear the mysterious call of Heidelin calling to you briefly. She tells you to hear, feel, think. And, a few things go on, but suddenly a whole bunch of Aurelia board the ship and start attacking people. People start freaking out. Bad things happen. Someone says they actually spotted Leviathan off the board of the ship. And so you go on to the deck, since you're the adventurer. Pray to God that you actually chose a combat class. Because back in 1.0, you could actually start out as a crafter or gatherer as well at the very beginning of the game. You didn't have to start out as a combat. I made that mistake once. Correct. Or as any crafter or gatherer, really. But you could start as anything in any city-state back in 1.0. That's the biggest difference between 2.0 and 1.0. But yeah, as you finish the battle with the Aurelia, another cutscene plays, and Y'shtola, who is on the boat with you, Leviathan decides he's going to take a shot to ram your boat. Only he's not going to ram your boat. He's just going to make his presence very well known. So Y'shtola puts up a force field, like the astrologian type scholar force field in a way, and Leviathan leaps out of the water and jumps over your boat. And you see him in full glory. All right. Well, let's get this going on now. Hi, Leviathan. Or Ifrit. Sorry. You don't live underwater, unfortunately. I do. Yep. I'm sorry, is that supposed to hurt, Ifrit? Your fire's not hurting too much. It had the potential to hurt, but... Wow. Get that infernal nail. Sorry if I turn him. If you guys get hit by fire, it's my bad. But we got to get that nail down. Yeah. Not anymore. It freaks down and out. Take care, Ifrit. Huh? What's that? that a crystal? It's a crystal. Looks like a freeze fire crystal. Ooh. Right? I totally loved how this plays out when you are unlocking the power within you. I really do. I mean, that's the whole point of why I love starting new characters, because you see all of this great and glorious stuff that Yoshi P and his team did for Final Fantasy XIV. Yeah. Thancred! Thank you for coming to my aid. Why is it that you who fights with a knife like a gladiator is also throwing knives and everything? What are you, like part rogue, part gladiator or something? Seriously. In essence, yes, but I don't think you could set your level 15 ranged ability on other classes. True. Would you want me to honestly answer that, or do you want me to give a bold-faced lie? Because if I was to give a bold-faced lie, I would say that Thancred has obeyed the rules on his own terms, but to straight up answer in the proper text, Thancred doesn't know the meaning of the word obeying the rules. He fights in the way he chooses to. By the way, welcome to the 14. So the only one we see without his helmet so far is our friend in the red armor, whose armor I really think would be cool for Dragoon armor. Nero Tolskeva and Livia Sas Junius. I don't think I don't remember, do we ever see Livia's face? Oh, yeah, that's right. She's one of those. I guess the way you could draw a conclusion, and I won't spoil it, I'll save it for later, but we do meet a relative of Livia in Heaven's Word. Right? Probably because, I don't know. Yep. Alright, so I'm not going to progress the story until we finish Halatali, so if y'all are ready, we will begin. You know what? You know what? I'm gonna show off my ability to heal. Well, that, and it'll get us pretty much insta-Q. Like, almost guaranteed we'll get insta-Q if I Q in with the healer. So my Conjurer is 27, just like my Gladiator. It is 27. And I am fully caught up, as you can tell, looking down below my quest line where my mouse is. I have no class quest to do. Why? Because I am all caught up. I have done everything from level 1 to 25. So without further ado, let's clear that, go to our dungeons, and we have the level 20 to 23 rank dungeon. Halatali. Are we all ready? Yeah, that's only because, you know, I do have some boosted jobs which allowed me to get some stuff early on. I'm not going to run those until I am of the appropriate level with my main class. In this case, main job soon. Alright, so onward to Halatali. Oh, look at that. Look how fast we queued in. Yeah. Yeah, pretty much. It's what healers are known best for. Healers are in... Go ahead. Oh, you went in on Gladiator? Oh, I'm so sorry. Alright, so here's our tank. His name is Mandark. Or Mandark. Mandark Astronomina. Alright. I gotta remember that I actually have my healing spells set on a different bar, so I cannot actually use my 1 and 2 keys. Shia, you might want to move out back. There's a... Oh, never mind. The gas bomb aggroed Slash. Well, no, but the fact is, if it had not aggroed Slash with where you were standing, it would have aggroed you. Now, I'm quite good at healing, and even early on, sometimes I will tell a tank to pull wide, or as much as they feel they can hold. Which in an early on dungeon is actually sometimes a death sentence. Unless the tank is sufficiently... Yeah, see, in this instance, you know, when you start whittling down some of the ads, the tank is free to pull to the next group. Because the healer, more than likely, especially one, you know, veteran like myself, will actually keep the tank alive. Yeah, which is, I assume you had your tank stance, right? For Gladiator. Did you have that on during the dungeon? Yeah, if it was blue, it means it was active. If it was yellow, it means it was not. Alright, so here's our first boss. This is Fireman. Or Firemain. I can't read today, apparently. Do what now? Oh, yeah. Right. So, some little pointers about this dungeon way back when. These ads actually used to hurt quite a bit if they got into the fire. Yeah, but I have my I'm a good healer. I don't care. I'll freaking do this. Medica. Boom. Everyone's got full hit points again. And oh look, I have now hit level 28. I get the strange feeling that by the end of this dungeon, my conjure is going to be level 30-ish. I'm gonna roll greed on that because it will come useful to DPS classes. All right. Don't we have to touch this chain winch? Don't touch it now, but I do know we have to pull these to actually gain access to the next area. Oh god. Right. But it also means that the tank runs on ahead that I have to run on ahead too to keep him alive. I mean, I'm not obligated to. I could technically be a dick healer, but I'm not. I used to be. Cat knows. Cat knows I can be a dick healer because, you know, there are times that DPS has pulled ahead of the tank and I actually refused to heal the DPS that did that. I would not heal them back then. Nowadays, right. But nowadays, yeah. Nowadays, I'm more inclined to actually keep everyone in my party alive, and it doesn't matter because tanks have their tank stance. Well, gladiators actually have their tank stance way early on now, because back in the old days of A Realm Reborn, gladiators did not get their full-on tank stance until level 40. Yeah, which made gladiator tanking in these dungeons really hard because you had to swap your targets to hold aggro. That and you're using Sword Oath way back then, which increased the damage of your auto attack, but none of your actual attacks. And it generated, it really generated no enmity unless you were using like Provoke or something. Yes. Yeah, such as the tank ability Provoke. By the way, these gas bombs actually used to be, I don't know if they still are, I think they are, but they were a one-hit kill if you got caught in the explosion. They would kill you dead. Oh, so they still are a one-hit shot? Yeah. And with all that HP, the bomb said, watch what I'm going to do. Boom! Yeah. much like the Pokemon that have self-destruct or explosion, I believe. I believe it's explosion. Yeah. Let's get my debuff on that. No, it's actually electrified. Yeah. Yeah, unless you had Slash playing Bard, or Archer in this case. Yeah. So, funny enough, I've seen runs of this dungeon way back in the older Realm Reborn that people actually could get their party to two-cycle this boss. Basically, you go through the first cycle. Someone, I think, someone uses the limit break. Boss is like about at the health that he's at now, and then they come back and they pretty much burn him down and he's dead. Right. And that would require having classes that all have stun abilities, which, you know, all melee classes have a stun ability, and so do tanks. Or at least Gladiator does. But all tanks have a shared stun ability, which is called low blow, I think. Or low kick or something. And I need to go through the ethereal flow, or bad things are going to happen to everyone. So I'm gonna actually tell a little funny story about the Arcanist back in 2.0 Base of Realm Reborn and such. I queued into a dungeon with the Arcanist. There were two Arcanists, myself and another, and the tank. And the healer up and left for whatever goddamn reason. We never got another healer through the entire run. Entire run, but I was the main healer Arcanist for the entire run of one of the first three dungeons of this game. Not Arcanist. That was actually a Conjurer ability. But yeah, if you had Conjurer leveled and had that ability unlocked, you could set it to the Arcanist to do so. And which would make you an effective healer. No, it was a Conjurer skill. That's fine. Alright, so this is what makes this boss a pain in the ass, is it makes itself invulnerable until you wipe out like 3 fire sprites. Yeah, and see, now he's not. Yeah, you do want to drop those because they will be a nuisance. Not too much of a nuisance anymore, but they will be a nuisance. Yep. Would you mind doing the honors? Do you have it set to your bar? It's gonna look... well... like that. So when go away from this cutscene, go and press, if you're on a keyboard, press the P key, which will open up your powers and traits. Give me a moment while this comes on, so I can, so you're gonna open up your powers and traits. You're gonna go down to, you're gonna go down to main command? No, is it main? General. And you're gonna take the limit break and set it to your like random hotbar section if you have them all enabled. If you have the first 3 enabled or so, then pop it on one of those. That way when you get into a dungeon and someone wants to, and you know, someone says limit break, you can do so. Yeah, it's got a decent range. Yeah, in the case of this room, it would actually cover the entire room, I believe. I believe if a healer did it from the direct center, it would cover the entirety of the room. Oh, I'm sorry. I need to lot on things, don't I? Did you guys need or agree on, or pass on it, on this stuff? True. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yep. Which actually isn't bad. True. Oh, on your gatherers? Well, that's because fish... Well, I was going to say Fisher has an experience boost to it. Okay, yeah, but when you're out just basically fishing, you're gonna level like really freaking quick, because Square Enix put an experience boost on Fisher because people don't like to use it for gathering much, and about the only thing it's useful for is either getting fish for an aquarium or for culinarian. Well, not everyone thinks so. Okay, well... Alright, so this dungeon is done. Yep. Alright. Well, that was fun to do. That was a couple of I passed. I didn't need it. Yep. Well, it probably still could have been useful. Yeah, exactly. Shay, are you still watching? Are you watching my stream at the moment? You watching the stream? I was just asking if you were. Well, okay. So, you wanna see what Black Mage looks like at a really high level? Do you see my hop? Okay, so look down where my hotbar is. These are all of your Black Mage skills at level 80. I'm going to organize this. I'm going to organize this somewhat because that's exactly what it is. Yeah. No, actually, these are all Black Mage actually has tiers 1 through 3 on elemental spells. Blizzard 3. What duplicates do you see? Oh no, that's Thunder 3. Hello, Blizzard 3 is Thunder 3. Yeah. Here's Thunder 4. Here's Thunder 4. So I'm gonna... Have you ever wondered what it's like to completely nuke an area or watch what a nuclear bomb looks like? That's basically what... That's what Black... I'm gonna show that off really quick. I'm gonna show off Flare. Where is it actually? Is it actually set on my hotbar? It should be. Despair, Foul, Between the Lines. Flare. There we go. Sorry, I gotta arrange all of my skills because I haven't actually switched to this class yet, so all of the skills are completely out of whack. Which for me really sucks because I like having things where they should. Yay! Let's see, Bossy. Let's move Mana Font. Mana Ward. Put Fire 3 and Blizzard 3 above Fire 1. Or, hold on. Some around. La 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 la. Let's put Thunder 3 there. Let's put Blizzard 4 there. Fire 4 there. Freeze can go up. Thunder 4 will go right there. There's my Blizzard 2 spell. Where's my Fire 2? Oh, Fire 2 doesn't exist. Oh, there it is. It does still exist. Oh, those are all my crafters down at the bottom bar. Those are my crafters. These are my gatherers. My classes are all up here where my mouse is. These are all of my classes. I have this set up in a way that it's the only way I can operate in this game. Yeah. Yes. Yes, I don't think Shia has, but I have. Okay, so you see how I have my Black Mage now set up. These are all my skills. I'm going to show you what it's like to completely obliterate an enemy. Or, in my case, an entire group of enemies. Start off really easily. We'll hit them off with Blizzard, with Thunder 3. These guys can't do anything to me because I am level 80. But I completely obliterate everything in this area. Okay, so here's an interesting thing. Notice this ticking down right here? I activated Umbral Soul, what you want to do to go into that really easily is now we're going to drop my MP down to probably less than 10,000. But here's a really good way of nuking the area. Yeah, I love doing this. Yes. Come here, guys. So much fun. Oh. Oh, dang, I have no MP left. Well, you know, that's really easy. Mana Font. So this is Flare. And it completely, whatever MP you have in your pool, Flare will completely absorb the entire MP pool. That's what Flare does. Well, in this case, this ability transpose will actually switch you between Umbral and Astral. When you're in one, so essentially like this. Here's my fire spell. So notice I have one Astral Fire following me. You hit transpose, it shifts you right into Umbral stance. Yep. So Shia, do you know what my all-time favorite class in 14 is? No, do you know what no, I was asking you a legitimate question. Do you know what my all-time favorite class is in Final Fantasy 14? Yes. Ninja, Rogue Ninja is by far, yeah, I do. My actual main character, Ayane, actually is a Rogue main. I main it because it is actually one of my favorite burst DPS classes to annihilate everything in the area with by means of this. Okay, so would you guys like me to proceed on with story with this character? Keep it in stream? Or should we do something else? I know Shea can't really do much. Well, honestly, there really isn't a whole lot the three of us can do, because she is on a free account. She's trying to make her own progression. These two my character is... Go ahead. Me, I don't have to return to the Scions until I speak to Thancred. That's actually the current part of my story that I have to do, is speak with Thancred. And besides, well, and the next engine to unlock isn't for a while. It's not until, I think 24 to 26-ish. And 24 minimum. Because Halatali is 20 to 23. Even though Halatali is an optional dungeon, Thousand Maws of Totorak is a story required dungeon. Pichu has a Metroid following him at the moment. That's what that little Aurelia polyp looks like. It looks like a goddamn Metroid infant. It does. Alright, so let's make use of some of these teleport tickets, unless I actually got... Right. By the way, one of the best characters in A Realm Reborn, Tataru. She is Tataru is an entrepreneur. Watch her Shea, when you get a fully subscription to this game, follow Tataru. Do her quests and such that she gives you. She is totally interesting. I will say this for one little bit of spoiler. She does take up a shot at being an adventurer for a bit, or at least she tries to. But that's all I'm going to say. I won't say how or when. Or, probably like that Tronbon game, The Misadventures of Tronbon. Yes. Scion and the Senate. So, what's the quest that guy Niedric has over his head? Well, what are they? If you click on the quest, it should tell you kind of about what it is. Okay, so Brave New Depths is Cutter's Cry. Yeah. So going for gold is what is that one? They're both dungeon quests. That's what they are. Hmm. Yep. You know, that's a very good thing. Sorry, I muted my mic because I was eating part of my food from Sonic. uh, you know, that's actually something I have been trying to think on is in terms of the races and classes, which will determine our starting location for cities, states, and such. Right, right. But right. But if you start in Limsa at level 30, you will gain another healer. But you'll gain DPS and healer at the same time if you start out as the Arcanist. That's the big thing. The question is, how do you want to do the duo? Do you want healer tank, healer DPS, tank DPS, 2 DPS? But if it's on, well, see, I have no real preference ever. Either, because I consider myself, pretty good at, the aspects of the game. True. A red mage is a pretty good healer from level 50 and such. And my cat wants to come invade my lap. You can't see her, but she's definitely wanting cuddle time. Huh, you little pest. Oh, that would never happen with any of my animals. I would not leave them behind. Oh, poor little furball. All right, kitty, go on off. Go on off. Yeah. Right. Right. So on that note of that, do you want to start out as, well, for one, the same race? Eventually. Yeah. Yes. Which I'm pretty sure a lot of people will watch from your point of view because you have a lot more followers. Yeah, but as you know, as you noticed with like all the times that I've been streaming lately, I don't get a whole lot of people viewing. I think the most views that I had was, yeah, and that's about as most views that I've ever had. One of them was actually from Nick. I recognized it when he popped in. I recognized it when he popped into the chat. I was like, oh, hi. I was like, I recognize that. Yep. During my Onimusha stream for the very first session, he popped in and he actually gave me the lore rundown on 2 characters that I mentioned. Yoshitatsu and Dosan. And everything. Oh, I know that. No one says you have to. It's not required. Yeah, that is Nick for you. He's good at that. I mean, that's because I don't have, I think I have the streamer tag in there. I just don't have everything set up. I don't know how to. Oh. Yeah, but I don't know how to. Like I am really not proficient in a lot of stuff when it comes to Discord. The notification that's another thing. Well, yeah, I would like for more people to actually come watch when I do my streams Monday through Friday. True. But, you know, having a notification go out on that would help. Mm-hmm. Cool. Sounds good. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. I mean, but really, I haven't touched a Tales game in a while. Back when I was living there, that was the last Tales game. It has been a while. That would be a game for you to stream. Vesperia is so much fun. That would be a game I would love to watch you stream, is Tales of Destiny 2. Yes. Hmm. You'd be surprised. There's probably people that do know about them. Uh-oh. Ooh. Ooh. Hmm. But, here is, Pichu, I was actually kind of curious, what race would you like to start out as for these two characters, or would you like them to be separate races? That's what I want to know. Same race, separate race? Yes. No, it doesn't. I mean, it might if you want. It might matter if you want them to have the same-ish last name in a way. Mm-hmm. But to another thing to take note on, if you do go full-blown expansion, you will not have access to Heaven's Ward when you reach it. You'll have to purchase it. I mean, if you do go full-blown expansion, my suggestion would be is to buy the complete edition of Final Fantasy XIV. I don't know. There might be one that actually gets you clear up to Endwalker. No, Endwalker is its own current expansion. When Dawn Trail comes out, the complete edition will be revised, probably to have Endwalker included. Please do. That way we know our info. Oh, totally. From the collector's edition. Yep. Wait, up through Endwalker? Then that's definitely what you want to do, because it will, for one, when you do that and add it to your, and do a full-on Square Enix account and everything, when you sign up for, after purchasing an edition like this one, it will give you a free 30 days. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Right. Mm-hmm. Yep. Right. Chocobo! Oh, the rising. I believe for you to fly, you have to complete your level 50 main story. The one that takes you through, the one that takes you into, I think, Castrum Meridianum. Well, isn't that what finishes base 2.0 MSQ? I don't know. But a good thing, Shia, when you do get to a full-blown subscription, Pichu and I will be able to trade with you for things that we want to give you. or can give you. Yeah. Right. Storm Eagle.
The Garleans are another matter altogether.
So much for our alliance.
It's sunk beyond the seabed.
No, I don't see very many people on being active in the FC.
Brothers and sisters of the sea, hearken unto me. Look upon this, our mighty crimson standard, and tell me your hearts do not swell with pride.
Not yet. Well, no. Yeah, we won't be able to.
700 summers have come and gone since our forefathers first ran aground in this fertile bay. In that time, guided by the Mother of Oceans, Limsa Lominsa has grown from humble fishing village to uncontested ruler of the 5 seas and beyond.
Did you look as the Admiral bid you? It is a rather stirring standard, I must say. The Crimson Field is meant to signify the blood of fallen crewmates, while the Black Longship represents a pirate vessel.
When the Garlean Empire marched upon Eorzea, we assembled beneath the Maelstrom Standard, and our Grand Company was reborn. All answered the call, from the Knights of the Barracuda to Hilfir's bloody executioners. And together, we met our would-be conquerors upon the field of Cartano. That day, the world bore witness to the united strength of Limsa Lominsa. I swear to you, no army ever fought harder or with more courage. Yet many of ours did not survive. Join me now in remembering those who fought in the name of freedom and fell. May their souls be returned to the sea.
Freedom. Yes, they have always been rather fond of their freedom. Much as the beast tribes have. Small wonder. Beneath the surface, one would struggle to tell them apart.
It has been 5 long years since the calamity struck. 5 long years of tireless rebuilding. Yet still the wounds of the calamity fester and weep. But when I stand atop the mizzenmast and gaze out upon our battered and broken vessel, I see an undying spirit. Did we not build all this from the wreck of the Galadian all those centuries ago? Shall we not do so again? Yet there are those who would see this ship of ours sink beneath the waves of the restless Rotano. The Sahagin creep ashore seeking blood for their accursed god.
Those fishback
The Sahagin have risen?
While the mines of Ogomoro spew forth kobolds who push ever south, despoiling our lands as they go. These savage beast tribes will be the first waves to crash against our creaking hull. And behind them swells the grim tide of the Garlean Empire. Even now, the Curs fly their flags within our borders. Doubt not, but that they will be upon us ere long. We are well nigh surrounded. Yet there are those among us who would rather turn their swords against their crewmates than our cannons against our foes. How can we hope to repel our many enemies when mutiny breeds below deck?
Yep.
There is but one course left to us. One bearing that will bring us victory over the beast hordes and the Empire both, and see this ship safe to port. We must mend the rift the Calamity has reopened twixt Pirate and Maelstrom, and stand fast with our adventurer brothers against the coming tempest. Mark ye well, a crew without unity is no crew at all. 'Tis but a mass of drowned men.
Did you see what I posted in party chat?
To me, then, brothers and sisters of the sea, gather beneath the undying crimson standard, and pledge me your strength, your skill, your wisdom. And with the guidance of the navigator, this great vessel of ours shall ride the waves till sea swallows all.
Jesus.
Gather the lads!
Oh, where's me cutlass?
I'll follow ye to the seven hells, Admiral!
If you'll permit me, Alfie no. And my sister, Alize, at your service. I saw at a glance that you were a fellow traveler. You might call us students of history, sampling the realm's remembrances in pursuit of enlightenment.
Oh, it is? Yeah. The Calamity Salvager. The Calamity Salvager is essentially it was something that was used for characters way back when. Like say you were a 1.0 player and you transferred your 1.0 character to 2.0.
Calamity.
The Calamity Salvager would have items for you to
Some
collect.
say you couldn't take a step without stumbling over a body.
Yep.
Our forebears were once strangers in the Twelveswood. Fearful of the Green Wrath, they hid themselves in the dark recesses of the earth. Yet they dreamed of basking in the dappled sunlight of the forest. Through great effort, they proved their worth to the elementals, and were granted a place beneath the boughs. So it was that Gridania was born, some 5 centuries ago. Working hand in hand, the Hyur and the Elysian settlers sowed the seeds of our civilization, and soon they were joined by folk of all races. So nourished by the waters of unity, and blessed by the light of the matron, Gridania flourished into the great nation it is today.
Do you see the Gridanian standard? There, hanging behind the Elder Seedseer. The entwined serpents represent the unity between Hyur and Elysian. An elegant symbol, do you not agree?
In accordance with the will of the elementals, we have embraced a life of peace. Alas, our neighbors have not always sought the same for themselves, nor for us. Though we Gridanians have no love for war, we have still less for those who would threaten our way of life. Ever have we fought to protect the sanctity of the Twelveswood. When the Garlean Empire brought its war of conquest to Eorzea, we rallied under the noble standard of the Twin Adder that we might push back the encroaching darkness. And it was we who prepared the ground for the reformation of the Eorzean Alliance, that all the peoples of this realm might stand united against the common threat. "5 years ago, the Alliance met the armies of the Empire upon the fields of Cartano. It would prove the bloodiest battle in recent memory. Countless Gridanian lives were lost. As Supreme Commander of the Order of the Twin Adder, ever shall I bear the weight of our people's sacrifice. Alas, their loss was not the only tragedy to befall us that day, for soon came the calamity. The scars borne by our forest are a constant reminder of its violence. Our lives have been irrevocably changed, each waking hour a struggle to survive. Driven to desperation, some among us have strayed from the path of righteousness, resorting to banditry, poaching, and other unconscionable deeds. To compound our woes, the Ixal have returned in force, emboldened by our suffering. They test our defenses nigh without cease, and prey upon the vulnerable. So beleaguered from within and without, it is of little wonder that our unity now falters. Dark times are upon us.
Time was a man could walk the high roads without fear.
On this day, 5 years ago, countless Eorzeans laid down their lives that we might behold another dawn. Please join with me in honoring their memory.
And how do you propose to honor the memory of those you cannot remember, pray tell?
The destruction wrought by the calamity was indiscriminate. It dealt death to Eorzean and Garlean alike. Yet while we have labored to rebuild our homes, to rebuild our lives, the Empire has set about raising steel fortresses here in the Twelveswood. Let none be mistaken. The Garleans remain the greatest threat to our survival. If we are to stand against them, we must remember what it is to be united. Our many troubles blind us to the woes of our fellow man. Thence is harmony lost. Yet harmony is the founding principle of Gridania. We are gathered here to honor the fallen. Let them be honored not only in word and thought, but through concerted action. I bid you join hands with me once more beneath the Twin Adder standard. And together, let us heal the forest's wounds, that our progeny might live in harmony beneath these ancient boughs. For serenity, purity, and sanctity. We must think of the children!
Woods will be done.
It's up to us to protect the
All
forest.
the elementals!
Yeah.
Fancy meeting you again.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Nyx? Actually, I don't remember. Sorry. Don't quite remember offhand. You could try typing in Agito, Agito. Alright. Proceeding on through these lovely cutscenes of watching the remembrance ceremonies in Limsa Lominsa, Ul'dah, or Gridania, and now Ul'dah. I'm not particularly talking through them because they are voiced cutscenes.
Behold, 'tis the Sultana Nanamo herself!
And Roban as well!
I think she might be further ahead than I am, actually.
Hark you, souls of flame, drawn to the bosom of the desert, where the fire burns brightest and shall rage forevermore. Hurrah! Rauban! Where since antiquity, under the sage and judicious rule of the Ul dynasty, we have wrought sand into gold. Where by the grace and glory of Nal'thal have our brave sons and daughters flourished and prospered. I speak of Ul'dah!
There, at the Flame General's back flies the Grand Company's standard. Note the sigil. The golden scales of order balance the jewel of prosperity with the flame of might.
What?
Great and many are the gifts our nation has given the realm. In Eorzea's darkest hour, on the killing fields of Cartano, none spent more in blood and gold than we. Thus, was the 7th Imperial Legion laid low.
So that's how it happened. How soon history forgets.
So the big question
Yet
is,
many left
which
our
grand
gates,
company
never to
should
return.
Shifuna join?
Let us pray for our absent brothers and sisters, that they might know happiness in the great beyond, as Thal's honored guests.
Officially,
If the fates were
without
fair,
transferring to
the
it?
price we paid that day
No.
would have bought us victory. Alas, they are not. And now, but 5 years into this 7th Umbral era,
Serpents
the
of the
spirit
Twin
of
Adder.
sacrifice which granted us our strength is all but dead. Look around you. What do you see? A people divided, downtrodden and enthralled. Where are the merciful alms of the rich? Where is the just steel of the righteous? I ask you, is this the great nation our brothers and sisters gave their lives to save? You who call this living, dishonor the name of the immortal flames. It is but a slow death. Our enemies surround us. The savage hordes of the Amalja wait beside our roads, strangling the lifelines of trade. Meanwhile, the Garleans make mock of our borders and despoil our land of its natural wealth. We stand on a precipice, yet we do not act.
No.
Whether trader or soldier,
No, I don't think you will.
monetarist or royalist, all must recognize that a divided Uldar stands to fall.
I have. Ayane, who,
Victory and
God, that
fortune
poor,
walk hand
and
in hand.
that poor character of mine's gone through so many name
Ye
changes and
who
such.
seek glory and wealth, look not to what little you can snatch from your neighbor, but to the boundless wealth of the world beyond.
Yeah, Ayane Hojo has actually,
Now is the time to
when
unite.
she was
Now is the
past
time to
names
ride
and races
forth.
and such, I have actually taken her
In the
through
name of the
grand
Sultana,
companies
I
of Eorzea.
beseech you.
Now,
Line
now
not
to
your own
transfer
coffers,
to a
but those of the
new
immortal
grand company,
flames.
I
Seek not to prosper from
think
Uldar, but to restore
it's
her to
20,000
prosperity.
seals.
As the realm prospers, so shall Uldar. As Uldar prospers, so shall her people. Ya for Uldar!
Basically.
Together we are one.
Your Grace.
Rauban?
Well, they wouldn't put that option in the game if you weren't allowed to transfer your grand companies.
People of Uldar, I, Nanimo, 17th in the line of Ul, address you. Much has been made of the wealth of Uldar. Yet those who measured that wealth in coins and carats are gravely deceived. For the true wealth of Uldar lies in the health, happiness, and hopes of her people. Beloved subjects, I bid you raise aloft the torch of Uldar, that her flames might serve as a beacon for all Eorzea to see.
Long live Nanamo!
Glory to the Sultana!
For victory and fortune, stride fearless into the inferno.
Yep.
For we are, by fire, reborn!
Excuse me.
Forsooth?
The time is now!
Fancy meeting you again.
Right? Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm. Yes. Essentially, you can call the 24-man raid for A Realm Reborn a precursor to the Shadowbringers expansion. Oh, God. Yep. It's a wipe. Yeah, and an enemy will spawn that will wipe the party. Well, parties. I have... Right.
The gods only know what grand company our adventurer friend will keep. The wheels of change are in motion regardless.
Brother, are you certain this course is best?
Whatever do you mean, dear sister?
The so-called remembrance ceremonies were little more than standard waving rallies. As though the Calamity and Seventh Umbral Era warranted scarcely a mention.
Well, of course they were standard waving rallies. Since you are so observant, mayhap you noticed what mention was made of the Warriors of Light? None. I suppose they must have forgotten the heroes who spared Eorzea a fate worse than the Calamity? No, dear Alizé, they haven't forgotten these details. They have elected to omit them. Deep are the wounds the Calamity inflicted upon Eorzea. So deep, in fact, that the realm still bleeds. Needless to say, the beast tribes and their primals do little to alleviate the pain. So, the task of salving Eorzea's wounds falls to the scions of the Seventh Dawn, with a little help from our friends, the Grand Companies. Remembrance will yield no...
Our grandfather would never entrust the fate of... There must be another way to cure what ails this world, and I need to find it.
You are most welcome to try. Our paths may differ, but our destination is the same. In time, I dare say we will see eye to eye.
I should hope so.
Oh, yeah.
My lady!
We are to escort you!
Hope does not come into it. We share the burden of this fate, dear sister, and will prevail together or not at all. The salve will serve not only to close up our present wounds,
but
prevent old
no, really, it does.
Anew.
Their story really is incredible for the twins. Absolutely. Oh, you'll enjoy it. Guaranteed. You'll enjoy it. Yep. The Binding Coil of Bahamut. Oh, sorry. My bad. Well, yeah. You see Bahamut in the intro, at least. Now to go join my grand company, the Serpents of the Twin Air. Yeah, but you're on Genova, I'm still stuck on Ferry. Yep. Mm-hmm. 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 So, yep. Speaking of which, oh, I am going to have to actually leave party because this is an instance. Mm-hmm. Okay. Oh, I don't want it interrupting me when I'm trying to get into the instance. I am not more than 10 levels higher than it. Well, no, it's not that. It's damn bloody Garlean soldiers. Hmm. Right. Hmm. Yep. 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 Let's see. I'm kind of thinking for the co-op run of 14. I was actually, I don't know. I was more thinking on either creating a here or a Vieira, possibly. Right. True. I know. Yes. They would begin to align the moment we traveled outside of your starting city state. Take out this archer. KO. Alright, back to the adder's nest. Yeah. Because generally I believe your first stop is to go to Limsa Lomensa for Dungeon 1. Unless you start there. I think I need to get my eyes checked. I can't read that little fucking print on what the sergeant officer is saying. For that, I'm not entirely sure what I'm going to play yet. Well, it'll be more so, well, yeah, I would have to actually go through a few steps to, I think, actually complete the level 10 class quest first. See, I don't know if I want to main ninja because I already main it a lot. Like, my legacy character and my main character both have ninja at 90 that I can use for content running. Which, you know, my legacy character, if I don't feel like healing with the Astrologe and I'm running ninja, I don't have anything else at level 90 with her. Whereas Ayane has several options besides ninja to play with. But I will usually drop to the ninja class because it's like, okay, fine, I'm game, let's go. No. More than likely, I don't know. I may do something I don't normally do and probably mainstay a caster or a healer. Right. And if I choose to go caster, it's either Arcanist, Summoner, or Thaumaturge Black Mage. Or if I so choose to, level one of those and then get up to level 50 and I can go play Red Mage and be a full-blown caster. So there are options. Yeah, the server thought I was kind of considering probably being, well, at least staying on the Aether data center. What I was thinking, maybe creating on the server that Shiz decided to create on. Well, that's because Ferry's closed at the moment. Right. I would say either Genova or possibly Midgard Sormer. You could. But if you're going to use Mimi, then right. Okay. That would be my guess. Do 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 do. Oh, God. What time is it? 7:55. Not really. I'm just tired from work and such. But yeah, might be time for me to call it a day. Probably. Probably. Meanwhile, Minfilia is talking to us. Alright. I get the achievement Snake Bitten. Delivery missions! Yay. Oh, delivery missions are amazing things to do. It's a really great and fast way to earn Grand Company seals. Alright. Well, yeah, I think it is time that I probably do call it a night. Yep. Alright. I will let you guys have fun playing. I am going to call it done for me. Move my character out of this place. Yep. Take one good look at my character. Alright, I will talk to you guys later. Ciao, ciao.